Hey guys, so today's video is set up a little differently. I wasn't bothered to do my normal setup, so today this is what we've got. So I was tagged by Crystal Conti, the little darling. She tagged me to do the 15 weird questions tag, which I have heard of before, but I've never done it. So I figured I'd go ahead and do it. So first question is, what's a nickname only your family calls you? So when I'm at home, typically my family will call me sis, just because when my brother was really little, that's what he would call me, so that's what they'd also call me. So I'm 22, but they still call me sis or Sissy Poo, because my stepdad used to call me Poo, because actually I don't know why he did, but for some reason it turned into Sissy Poo, so it's either sis or Sissy Poo. What's a weird habit of yours? I have plenty of weird habits, but the only one I can think of at the moment is when I'm driving. If you didn't know, I drive a manual car, so when I'm driving, for some reason my foot always hovers above the clutch. So even after I've changed gear and everything, my foot will just kind of hover above it, just as if it's ready to change gear again, even though I might not need to. I don't know, it's super weird and it's probably a bad habit, but I just have this random foot hovering above the clutch all the time, so I don't know. That sucks also when you're driving to Sydney, because your foot gets tired when it's just sitting there in the air. Do you have any weird phobias? I don't think it's particularly weird, because I have heard of people talking about this before, but I really don't like mannequins and dummies and anything that looks human but it's not. But most particularly whenever I go into a store and there's a mannequin up on a table, so it's kind of encroaching over the top of me, that really freaks me out, because it literally just looks like there's a person standing over you. I don't know, I really don't like mannequins and dummies. No. What's a song you secretly love to blast and belt out whenever you're alone? I guess my songs change all the time. It really depends what I'm in the mood for. But I guess an all-time classic would be Linkin Park. I've just always liked their music, so I guess I could say Linkin Park, because it's just something that I always go back to. What's one of your biggest pet peeves? I hate it when people can't admit that they're wrong. And I know I have trouble myself doing that sometimes, but when it's just they're blatantly wrong, it's completely up all against them, but they keep fighting and keep trying to argue that they're right, even though they themselves know they're wrong. What's one of your nervous habits? I don't really get nervous a whole lot, but mostly whenever I have to do things that are being marked at uni is when I get nervous, so particularly presentations, and I get the usual like shaky hands when you're reading off paper, and sometimes my kneecaps shake, like they'll do a little dance like that. It's really funny, but mostly shaking is kind of my initial response. I also remember when I first learnt to drive, my teeth were chattering, like I would just kind of sit still and it would shake. So I think shaking all over is kind of my nervous response. What side of the bed do you sleep on? Well, that's kind of ironic, I have the bed in the background, but as you can see, I have a single bed. I'm 22 and I have a single bed, but my room is so small right now, like I'm pretty much up against my other wall, so what you see is pretty much my entire room, so I can't fit any bigger than a single bed. But whenever I stay at Jake's house, we've already bought a queen bed for when we move out, so whenever I stay at his, I stay on the left side. Yeah, on the left side of the bed. What was your first stuffed animal and its name? I remember as a kid I had plenty of stuffed toys and things, but there's nothing that stands out as clear as a toy I got when I was like 7 or something. It was a little cheetah toy that I got from Taronga Zoo, so it was just this really cute stuffed cheetah and I named it Jasmine, so there you go. What's the drink you always order at Starbucks? Well, I don't like coffee, I don't like tea, and I've never been to Starbucks, so I'd probably have to say I'd order a hot chocolate. But that being said, I don't really like hot drinks, so I'd probably just get a can of Coke out of the fridge, I guess. I don't know. What's the beauty rule you preach but never actually practice? I don't think I actually preach any beauty rules, because I myself am really lazy sometimes. I'll sleep in my makeup, not very often, but very rarely will I sleep in my makeup. I never put primers on. I hate primers. I think they suck. I never do heat protectant because I find that it sizzles my hair. Like whenever I put heat protectant on, it literally sounds like I'm frying chips. So I guess anything that you're meant to put on before you start doing things, I just don't do at all, because they don't work, for me anyways. Which way do you face in the shower? So it's actually funny, I shower really weird apparently because everyone faces away, but for some reason when I'm in the shower I rotate like a little rotating pig on the spit. Like, it's really weird to put it like that, but I just like to turn around in circles and just gradually rotate so my whole body gets done. I don't know. I don't like sitting in one spot for too long, so I think I could say all of my sides. Do you have any weird body skills? So this is how most people's elbows bend. They go that way, but I can also rotate it in and go down. So I don't know if you saw that, but I can kind of rotate, and it looks disgusting when I do it on camera, but I don't know. I can bend it all different ways. It's really gross and really weird, but who knows. What's your favorite comfort food that's bad but you always love to eat it anyways? I think ice cream's definitely my #1 favorite. I love ice cream, mostly chocolate, but just any ice cream in general. What's a phrase or exclamation you always say? If there's one thing that I've learnt from YouTube is that I repeat myself a whole lot. So some things that I always say in my videos is, but that being said, I say that a lot. If you know what I mean, which hello Emily, you'll find that one funny. Emily's a girl at my work and she always picks on me for saying, if you know what I mean, in all my videos. And but anyways, I seem to say those 3 phrases the most. So annoying because I pretty much say them in every one of my videos. I've probably already said it in this one. And final question, time to sleep, what are you actually wearing? Well, it's funny because I still have my pajama pants on, so I'm actually wearing these pajama pants here. And then for shirts, I wear whatever I have on, so it might be a t-shirt. Actually, I'll show you my favorite t-shirt. This is my favorite bed t-shirt. So it's my Jenna Marble t-shirt. I got this years and years ago and it's just got her name with her face on it. So I like to wear that to bed just because it's nice and comfy. And if I ever have to answer the door, the mailman always has a good giggle. But anyways, that's all of the questions for this tag. So thank you again, Crystal, for tagging me in this. If you are interested in doing this tag at all, I don't think I'm going to tag anyone in particular. If you're seeing this and you want to do it, then go ahead and do it. I tag you. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tag as another insight to my life and who I am. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing, but anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Actually, that's another thing I always say. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Okay, now I'm really bugging myself. Okay, bye.